Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My stylish unicorns out there. This is your Unicorn Stylist here to give you style advice through the tarot cards. So, just a reminder again, I only do um, readings like this, pick a card readings like this here at the Unicorn Stylist Tarot channel here in YouTube. So, I'm not yet on any platform at the moment. Should I be um, present on any other platform, I will announce it on this channel. But in the meantime, um, uh, I still have to work on that. And also, I currently do not have any types of services that is akin to a personal reading. So if you want to have a reading, a tarot card reading regarding your personal style, this YouTube channel is the only way that you can get that. So that's why I make these pick a card readings, so that you'll be able to get your daily dose of positive style messages. Um, at the same time, it's like an exercise of your intuition as well. That's why we have our pick a cards. Yeah. Okay, so if you like more contents like this, please make sure to like and subscribe to the Unicorn Stylist Tarot channel. And yeah, okay, so today I'll be using the Angel Tarot cards and the Fashion Oracle cards. So the Angel Tarot cards, as I've mentioned before, it's a 78 card deck that contains basically the same cards as the traditional tarot cards, except um, the messages are done in a more positive light. And of course, it has fantastical creatures such as mermaids and unicorns and messages from our angels. So, yeah, my intention is to maintain that positive vibration so that the reader will be able to manifest positive things on his or her or their lives. And I'm also using the Fashion Oracle deck because a style advice is not complete or is not really a style advice without consulting our fashion legends. Okay, so our reading for today, my reading for you, um, deals with what's your ideal hairstyle. Like where you are currently at in life, and also considering your personal style and your preference, what is your ideal hairstyle? So I'm not gonna give like the specific type of hairstyle, but more of like the vibe or the mood or like the general direction that you should take when it comes to deciding what your hair should be. Yeah, whether you should retain it or change it or like tweak it. Yeah, but ultimately we all have free will, so it depends on you. But the important thing is in general that we do what we really want to do with our hair, because we all have autonomy with our hair. As long as we're not doing anything to harm other people, that's okay and fine in my book, if you ask me. Okay, so I have here three piles. So again, our trusty LOL OMG fashion dolls accessories. I have here pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. So these are really cute hair brushes of different colors. So group number one has like it's like a turquoise type of hairbrush. The color is turquoise, and apologies if there are some doll hair on it. I use these hair brushes a lot for this particular for the particular doll that came with it. Yeah. Yeah. So at least you know that it's put to use. Yeah. So that's group number one, turquoise hairbrush. And then group number two, yeah, this has no hair because the doll that this where this hairbrush came with has like a very set hair that you cannot really touch, otherwise the hairstyle will get ruined. Yeah, so this hairbrush has not been used and it's in color black. Yeah, so that's for group number two. And then for group number three, again, an unused hairbrush because the doll from which this hairbrush came from has an updo, so you cannot really mess up the doll's hair. Yeah, you'll mess it up if you'll comb it. Yeah. So this is a golden hairbrush. So that's group number three. Okay, I'll go now and do a close up. Give you a close up view of the different hairbrushes. So this is group number one. This is group number two. And this is group number three. Okay, let's move on now to group number one. Hello there, group number one. Welcome to your reading. So, my style advice using the tarot for you today is your ideal hairstyle. Okay, so we have here on the left side the aspect of your hairstyle that you should release, and on the right side the aspect of your hairstyle that you should retain. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look. The aspect that you need to release. So Queen of Air, independent, experienced, realistic, witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. And then Charles Friedrich Worth, be worth the label, attention to detail, reflects character as much as dress sense. Haute couture is for the royal within. Okay, so please take note that both of these tiles on the left and on the right connote to your current personal style. So it's just a matter of knowing what to retain and what to release. Okay? Okay, so let's now take a look at the aspect of your hairstyle that you may retain. Okay. Yeah. So we have here the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. And then Christian Louboutin, statement should stand on a platform, heel height is up to you, souls should be passionate, souls should be red. Wear heels as high as your hopes and dreams. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think that yeah. I think that right now in this stage in your life, you are in a place where you're like on a type of like those moments in our life wherein we feel that we've outgrown something. I feel that currently you have a feeling that you've outgrown or you've grown tired of your hair. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's because right now you're at a point in your life wherein you have you have this mindset that you're already independent, you're already experienced, and you have, I would say, confidence, enough confidence to be witty. At the same time, you have, the Queen of Air. You have the mental capacity to understand things for what they really are. Thus, you are realistic. Yeah. And also, Charles Friedrich Worth, he is considered as if you may, the founding father of haute couture. Yeah, he was an Englishman who moved to France, and he basically started the whole haute couture industry. Yeah. So, he brought his expertise elsewhere and then started something great in that particular place. Yeah. Attention to detail reflects character as much as dress sense. Yeah, I think that you are the type of person who's already mature enough, and because of your experience and your confidence and your your yeah, your wittiness, you are able to be comfortable, um being independent, having an independent mindset. Yeah. So that with that independent mindset also comes, that mature type of mindset also comes attention to detail. So, maybe you're looking in the mirror and then you're noticing that your hair doesn't serve you anymore. You're growing tired of it. Yeah. Yeah, you're trying to be objective, and you have this sort of feeling that you want to clear away what no longer serves you. So maybe you're in that place right now where you want a change, and it just so happens that during that particular moment, it's your hair that you notice. And yeah, you're about to decide on making a change in your hair. Yeah. But you're not like really having some, serious um like a serious intention on, making any drastic changes or something like that, because it's like you're humoring yourself. You're like saying, oh, I look so I look so basic today, but you just laugh it off. Yeah. But yeah, jokes are half meant. Yeah. And I also think that you're the type of person, because you're the queen of air, you're the queen of air is um represented by swords in the traditional tarot. And swords are basically basically deals with the mind, with the intellect. So yeah, so you're very much capable of listening to your own intuition, and you're also patient, and you really consider carefully what you want before acting, because aside from being the queen of air, the queen of queen of queen of queen of brains, if you make the queen of intellect, um you're also the high priestess. So you deep inside, you know what you should do, and you're patient, and you really consider carefully before you jump into a decision. Yeah. So I feel that you should let go of those of the feeling that you have to make a decision to clear away, that this what these set of cards tells me is that you should let go of the idea that you have to make a decision of changing your hair to clear away that the aspect of your hair that no longer serves you. Yeah, because yes. Yeah, because you know, if you're being asked to release the mindset of clearing away all that no longer serves you, maybe it still does. And there's a reason why you stick with that particular hairstyle for the longest time. Yeah. I mean, the definition of longest time is relative to the person, but there's a reason why you had that hair. And what the universe is asking you to do is to that you're the queen of air. You're independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. But you're also the high priestess. And being a high priestess, I'm just reading based on what the card says. So if you're a masculine person, um, this is still applicable to you, because all of us have masculine and feminine energy, and feminine energy, which relates to the high priestess, relates to the intuition. All of us have intuition, so this is also applicable to you. So please do listen. Yeah, because you have a really nice set of cards, trust me. So the high priest, being the high priestess, being an intuitive person, deep inside that you really have to consider carefully the decision before you make any change when it comes to your hairstyle. Yeah, you're very much patient, because you're there's a reason why your current hair is like that. Yeah. Different hairstyles, I mean, our heads are all shaped differently, our facial features are also placed differently, and our hair is I mean, our eye of course, our eyebrows is one of the is the only aspect of our face that we can really change to to change the architectural um placement of the face. But your hair highlights your face, so it depends on you whether you want to highlight your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth, yeah, or your entire face or your forehead, or make something look smaller, make something look bigger. You can do that using the hair. So um listen to your intuition very carefully, have patience, and really carefully consider before you decide to change anything about your hair. Yeah, because the card is telling me that you are a high priestess. You are very intuitive, and deep inside, you know the answer. Yeah. Yeah, and also, yeah, with Christian Louboutin, he says that his card says that statement should stand on a platform. Heel height is up to you. Souls should be passionate. Souls should be red. Wear heels as high as your hopes and dreams. Yeah, so I think this Christian Louboutin's card is calling you also to yeah, basically to have confidence in yourself and your decisions. Yeah, because it does says here that statement should stand on a platform. So yeah, so if you will take that meaning literally, it's like the card is saying that if you want to make a statement, you have to put it on a place that is appropriate. Yeah, yeah, put it in the appropriate venue, or place it in the appropriate place, because a statement is meant to be seen. That's why it should stand on a platform. Yeah, and the heel height is up to you. So when it comes to heel height, it it's like saying that he's like saying that if you want to make a statement regarding something, it's not necessarily the best. I mean, your hair is not not the best place to do that. If you're trying to make a statement that's not related to your hair, I mean, that's not related to your hairstyle. Yeah. So maybe if you're planning to like make a silent protest of some sort, you're being encouraged not to touch your hair. Yeah, maybe you can place that in the right platform. Like, we have really, I mean, we are living in an age now that's very much that's very much um, that very much allows all of us to have a platform, to have an audience. So, I'm very much grateful that there is Facebook, there is YouTube, there is Twitter, there is Instagram, Snapchat. We all have an audience, and if we want to make any statement, whether political, whether we want to share emotions, or we just want to share what we had for dinner, you know, let's put it on those places where uh, where we can make the most impact. Yeah, where it can be seen by a lot more people. Of course, we can, if you want to start like something something like making a statement using your hair, by all means do it. If you are intuitively drawn to do that, you know uh just listen to your intuition, and I know that you will make the right decision. You're just being called to carefully consider what you want before acting, because your hair might not be the perfect place to make that drastic I mean, to make that your hair might not be the perfect place to make that statement. Yeah, because it could mean like a drastic change to your hair. But also, the card of Christian Louboutin is also telling us heel height is up to you. I think what can be related to hairstyle here is that, just like heels, the heel height, your hair length is up to you. So, you have the freedom to choose whatever you want to do with your hair. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you can also reflect your hopes and dreams with your hair. Like maybe, you want to um to to wear your hair for the part that you want to play in life, maybe for a future job position, or like wear your hair as if you already found the love of your life. That's also a way of manifesting. But what the card is telling us is that you are the high priestess. You have a very, very active and vibrant intuition. So listen to your intuition, have patience if the message is yet to come. Just have patience. It will come eventually. And, just carefully consider what you want before acting on it. Yeah. It's alright to think twice about something. Maybe your intuition is still, on its way. Maybe your intuition is still working its, magic. Yeah, or maybe it's doing further research. So let's just wait for your intuition. Patience is key. Yeah. Okay, there's no need to make uh a decision urgently. No need for urgent decision making. No need to decide immediately that you need to clear away something that no longer serves you. Have patience. Carefully consider what you want before acting. And that very much goes when it comes to deciding what you want to do with your hair. Okay? So, thank you very much, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading. The Unicorn Stylist is now signing off. Bye. Hello there, Group number 2. So, welcome to your reading. Thank you for choosing the second pile with the black hairbrush. Yeah, so we have here on the left the aspect of your style when it comes to your hair that you need to release, and the aspect of your hairstyle on the right that you need to retain. Okay, so let's take a look at the aspect that you need to release. So we have here Eight of Water and Cindy Crawford. So Eight of Water, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. And then we have here Cindy Crawford, supermodels are stars with a capital S. Style should feel good, fashion should empower, it's not a blemish, it's a beauty spot. Okay. And then we have here on the right the aspect of your hairstyle that you are being called to retain. So we have here the Ego, Archangel Jophiel, and Diane von Furstenberg. So Ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Yeah, Diane von Furstenberg says Her card says, attitude is all you need to wear. Wrap yourself up and feel like a woman. Becoming a princess isn't the only happily ever after. Okay, so I think the cards are telling me that you are very much a strong and independent person. You know, yes, you have two very strong female icons here, Cindy Crawford on the left and Diane van Furstenberg on the right. Yeah. So take note that this release and retain spread, basically it describes who you are. It's just that, you know, on making that particular decision regarding your hair, um, just that what's on the left is the aspect of your hairstyle that, or that the aspect of that decision making process that you need to release, and then on the right is the aspect of your decision making regarding your hair that you need to retain. You know, this is ultimately to give you your ideal hairstyle. Okay, so what you need to release. I feel that um you're very much emotional on something because Eight of Water, this deals with the cups cards in the traditional tarot, which deals with the emotional aspect um of our lives. Yeah, our emotional aspect, the emotional aspect of oneself. Yeah, so you want to move on from something. It's like you're searching for something more meaningful, spiritual growth and emotional growth. It's like you're looking at at the beyond the fence, and it's like you're seeing that the grass is greener at the other side of the fence. Maybe you're spending a lot of time looking at um, the icons of today. Of course, it's nice to look at supermodels. Whether also it's nice to look at Instagram accounts that showcase um, the Instagrammers personal style. Yeah, it's nice to look at. Yeah, it's nice to look at them. Also, the beauty and hairstyle accounts as well, beauty beauty bloggers, or maybe yeah, also the style bloggers. Yeah, a lot of men, women, and they who are very much killing it in that aspect of their lives. But you're being asked to release that particular mindset of that, because what you're currently emotional about. You're becoming emotional already because of of that particular uh activity that you're doing. You're looking too much, and you're feeling that you're starting to have this lack mentality, that that you are not enough, and that you have to have what that particular Instagram person, or that particular style blogger, or that beauty blogger or YouTuber is presenting you. You have to remember that all of us are different. And what works for, let's say, what works for Cindy Crawford, or what works for the supermodels today, are very different from what works for you. Yeah, you're being asked to release your desire to move on from your current hairstyle. If this particular hairstyle suits Cindy Crawford, but it does not necessarily suit you. maybe you're born with curly hair, and it's much healthier if if you do not undergo that that severe hair straightening procedure, or maybe you're born with black hair, and it's super unhealthy to undergo a bleaching process if your hair is if you have brunette to dark hair. It would kill it would it I, I have a friend who has black hair. Of course, we're Asian, so we have black hair, and then she decided to have a pixie cut. So okay, she did a pixie cut. It looked cute, and then I guess she saw a photo of uh of like a blonde model, and who has a pixie cut also, and then she decided to have her hair bleached like baby blonde, like almost white. And it was catastrophic for her hair, because yes, she did look really nice. And immediately after the procedure, after her hair was processed and it became blonde, it's like it looked nice in the photos. And then, like, maybe after after a week, she posted on Facebook that her hair was actually falling off. Yeah. So yeah, what works for that person on Instagram or on social media, what works for the supermodels of the day might not necessarily work for you. Yeah. That's why you're being asked to move on from that desire to move on from your hair, because your hair is already great the way that it is, and it is confirmed by the ego here, Archangel Jophiel. This is the devil card in the traditional tarot. And the devil card connotes, false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, and negative or fear-based thoughts. So this particular card is on the side that you need to retain. It's because you need to realize that you what you have is a false sense of entrapment. That your lack mentality is does not really come from a place of material lack, because you are already gifted with amazing natural hair. Yeah, it's already enough. Your attitude is just the thing that you need to add, to make it a lot more better, because your hair is already fabulous. Yeah. And also, the statement here, becoming a princess isn't the only happily ever after. Becoming like that supermodel, or that social media person that you're looking at on Instagram, on YouTube, or whatever other social media. Or maybe your friend who looks nice, becoming a princess, or yeah, becoming a princess isn't just the only happily ever after. So copying, or or looking, or having a hair that looks like that person whom you look up to isn't the only happily ever after. All of us have different stories. All of us have different fairy tales. We are all uh, living different lives. All of us have different stories. So all of us have and are entitled to different types of happily ever afters. So that also means that all of us, to go to that, to move on to that, to transport ourselves to that happily ever after, all of us have different costumes, and all of us have different hairstyles. Yeah. So embrace your natural hair. Embrace your current state of hair right now. You know, because that is you. That is your hair. That defines who you are. And ultimately, what defines who you are will define your happily ever after. Okay? So, I guess it's pretty clear that my advice to you for your ideal hairstyle today is retain. Retain and love your natural look. Whatever works for you today is working for a reason. And, you know, that's already enough for you to achieve whatever your desired happily ever after is. Okay? So, group number 2, thank you very much for listening to your reading. Your Unicorn Stylist is now signing off. Bye. Hello there, group number 3. Thank you for choosing the third pile. You've chosen the golden hairbrush. Okay, so we have here your style advice when it comes to what your ideal hairstyle is. So we have here on the left the aspect of your hairstyle that you need to release, and we have here on the right the aspect of your hairstyle that you need to retain. So both cards resonates with what your current mindset is. It's just a matter of what you need to release, which is on the left, and what you need to retain, which is on the right. Okay, so let's move on. So the aspect of your hairstyle that you need to release is represented by the Queen of Earth. Thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. And then Gianni Versace's card, which says more is more. Add a touch of super to your look. Superman, supermodel, superstar. Be a legend, not a myth. Okay. And then we have here on the right the aspect of yourself that you need to retain. So balance, Archangel Adkel. The need for balance and moderation. Cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. And then Bill Cunningham. What would the camera say? Beauty can be found on any street corner. Don't seek approval and you will find it. Okay, let's put the cards here first. Okay, so for your advice regarding your hair. Okay, I think that right now, you have a more is more philosophy when it comes to dealing with your hair. Yeah. Because you are the legend that you are. Yeah, you feel that, and you reflect that with how you deal with your hair. So I guess it's like a type of hairstyle that is more that's like a heightened version of what your hairstyle classification is. Like, let's say if you're a type of if you prefer like a natural, like French girl type of hair, if you're feminine, you know, you take it to the next level wherein you make it really like a bedhead, like a Bridget Bardot type of look. Yeah, or maybe if you're masculine, if you're and also you're into uh wearing sort of more punk type of aesthetic, and you're the type who really makes an effort and you know um molds uh your hair into spikes. Yeah, or maybe if you're really into you know wigs, you're the type of person who puts on you know the most colorful and you know um really like you know most colorful wigs, like a rainbow type of wig, like that. Really a more is more type of you know outlook. Yeah, or if you've decided to go blonde, it's either you become like a baby blonde, like almost white, or like a yellowy type of blonde. That's you know that's like a Barbie 90s type of blonde. Yeah, I think that's who you are. I think that's what your current hairstyle is. Yeah, you have a more is more type of philosophy. It could also be like a natural look, but you put a lot of product in your hair to make it look that natural. Yeah. And then you know that's your current state of hair, which is nice, which is fabulous. Yeah. But you know, you're being asked to let go of your mindset of being the queen of earth. You know, earth is about being practical, being grounded, being of the earth. Yeah, so you're thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. It's the word sensible that really strikes me the most. Make time for those around you, take a sensible approach, deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So I think in here you're like faced with it's either two things. You're faced with criticism when it comes to how you do your hair. Maybe people around you find it too much, whether at the workplace, whether your family or your friends or your community would tell you that. And then also there's also this instance wherein there you're faced with challenges when it comes to your hair. Like maybe if you're dyeing your hair too much, you know, you're actually damaging your hair, and your hair is already damaged. And you know, yeah. And maybe your hair is actually in need of a break from all of the products, all of the processes that you're putting your hair into. So, you know, so the situation calls for you to be sensible. But what you're being asked here is to let go of you know of you know what you're being asked here is basically not to give up on that look. Okay, because in here on the right side we have here balance, the need for balance and moderation, cooperation, compromise, wait for perfect timing. And then, Bill Cunningham says, what would the camera say? Beauty can be found on any street corner. Don't seek approval and you'll find it. Okay, so basically, if you're in the first situation that I described, wherein the people around you are actually telling that you're over the top, your hair is over the top, that your hair is not appropriate for this particular industry, or the community is actually concerned about your hair, and they're raising up that concerns very well. You're being asked not to you're being asked to let go of of thinking that you need to please those people around you. Yeah. Yeah. If it's a matter of, you know it's a matter of finding balance and moderation and cooperation and compromise. So for me, yes, of course, if we live in a community, we have to conform in some way or another, so that we will have, balance and harmony in our in our community, or in our home, or in our workplace. But I think that if we decide to, to listen to what other people, to listen to their opinions, there should be this aspect of cooperation and compromise. Of course, the cooperation will come from you, but the compromise aspect is the thing that we should not forget about. Because, the more is more philosophy that you have when it comes to your hairstyle comes from your own personal style. And it's a part of your personality that, if you will not show the world, if you will not show that to the world, you will be inauthentic. So there should still be an aspect of that you should be allowed to show the world. So there must be a compromise. So the compromise must connotes, it means that okay, you will tone it down a bit, but you're still allowed to, to let it show, to let it shine. Just toning it down a bit. It's just balancing and putting it on moderation. Yeah. Also, if 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 you're also drawn to look deeper on, whether what the person or the community is telling you is really for the good, or for, is I mean, if their comment is coming from a good place, then I guess, you can very much listen to them. But, you have to, you have to like what I mentioned earlier. Your style comes from from authenticity. You're a more is more type of person, and your personal style is really an extension of who you are, which includes your hairstyle. So you should always, you should live with the mindset that, you don't need to seek approval, because eventually you'll be able to find people who would, you'll be able to find your tribe, basically. Yeah. And, it's just a matter of waiting for the perfect timing. So maybe now, um just to, keep the peace. You can tone it down, but eventually, but still, have retain an aspect of your style on your hair, because eventually you'll be able to encounter, you know your tribe. Yeah. And with your tribe, you'll be able to go all out, with your more is more philosophy. Okay? So I'll now move on to the second instance that I mentioned earlier, that, you have a more is more philosophy when it comes to your hair, but then your hair is asking you for a break. Okay? So I think it's obvious that you need to restore the balance in your hair. So you have to wait it out. You have to give your hair a break, let it grow. Ask your hairstylist for tips on how you can make your hair healthy again, how to bring it back to life. And then once it's okay, it's like waiting for the perfect timing. You can go back again to having more is more philosophy in your hair, styling it. But then just, take into consideration and learn from your experience of having damaged hair. And, it's just a matter of balancing and doing it in moderation. Yeah. Okay, so we should love our hair as much as we love our style. Because our hair is a part of our body, and we only have one body on this lifetime. Okay, and that is the body that we have now. And so your hair your hair is your hair for this lifetime. Despite the fact that it grows. Yeah, even if it grows, even if you cut it, style it, whatever, for us to ensure that we have hair, we have to make sure that it is healthy. So, yeah, maybe that's just a reminder for you to keep your hair healthy, minimize the evasive procedures that can be done to your hair. And also, it's about, eating nutritious food, or taking the necessary vitamins to ensure that our hair will always be healthy. Okay, so that we will be able to do more with our hair. Okay, so thank you very much, group number 3. I hope that the message this reading has resonated. Okay, so thank you very much.